Hi, I'm Kate Ward, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. We're planting bulbs. It is that time of year that you put in the ground now a tiny bit of work and get a gigantic reward out of that. Now, what else would we do that for? Why would we plant bulbs besides we want color? Well, you could do annuals like this every season, and I bet you will. But these guys really don't get going until a little bit later in the season. We put them in just after Mother's Day, annuals like these guys, which are in the full sun. But why do you want to wait till May to have glorious gardens? Let's start early. And by doing it now, you'll get bulbs that can come up in March, April, and May that'll work nicely with what you're going to put in the ground, because they're going to be so far underneath what you might plant annually. Haha, get it? Have to do every year. Anyways, that it's just going to extend your season with really very little work. The other thing we're going to add in here, or you might look at adding, is think about another layer. So you can see that I have some space back here in this particular garden. I'd like to fill it in, but big blocks, not just one little thing here and one little thing there, spaces. This, for example, is a good example. Now we're going back to the annuals, but here's a good example of big blocks. It gives your eye directionality and big splashes as opposed to sort of one here and there. You can use a 1 as an exclamation point, but maybe not all the time. So if I wanted to add to this garden, I would start with maybe figuring out these are perennials. Now these will be bigger, and these are gonna be in the back, and they come back every year, right? So this is a perennial called Coreopsis. So I might say, boy, these are my color schemes I like every year. And the nice thing about Coreopsis, this can actually get 24 inches tall. And if you trim it during the course of the season, it will rebloom for you. And so I might give it some space, and you can see I picked 4. Well, I don't like 4. I don't want to put in 4. So I'm going to put in 3. Yeah, I like that. These will fill up and they'll get up in here, that next layer. What else do I have? Well, maybe I want to change my texture. Ooh, something grassy. And I'm going to put that maybe along the back of here to really just have this draping effect and make a nice clean edge so I don't have to worry about the edge. When these grow in, I'm never going to see it. This is a coral bells. I kind of like it, but it's sort of outgrown its life here, and I might move it on along to give me some consistency on this back bed line here all the way up to the front. Now I'm going to stop a little bit short because I know in this garden there's a lot of salt spray, it's really hot, it's really dry. This edge faces south, so it's just hot. This plant's not going to love that so much, but here's some other guys here. Hey, they may not care. This is Virginia. It's called Pig Squeak because Pig Squeak, right? But these guys don't care, and they stay nice and low. They get a pretty burgundy fall color, and they'll fill in that front layer. So once I get them all in, ta-da, here we come. With this, man, this garden that had a couple holes in it is really starting to take shape. It's really coming back. And by doing these big blocks, I'll keep coming, maybe get another one. These big blocks and swaths, I really get this full finished feeling. And in early spring though, remember I said these are annuals, so they're not coming back next year. Well, Kate, well, perfect. While I'm waiting for the season to be right, that's where my bulbs come in. Yeah! Bulbs, tulips, fantastic, wonderful cuts, come in early. I'm actually going to plant these, some in there and some over there. If I was going to do this right, what I would do actually, I'd open this bag, and I'm not gonna because you guys can purchase these. Yeah. But I would open these, and believe it or not, in this space, what I'd want to do is kind of scatter them. I don't want them to be perfect. I want them to look natural, and I want them to mix. So here, I chose a couple of different purples. And don't be shy with bulbs, right? You want mass planting. They're pretty inexpensive considering the number of plants you get in a package. Each one of these is going to have a flower. Or you could just go big. Maybe choose your color. Maybe you like reds. That's the cool thing about tulips. They come in all these amazing colors. So maybe I just want all of this red right now. And who cares if I'm going to plant pink later, because they won't bloom at the same time. But now is when you put them in to to get your garden started early. So think about adding some perennials, some tulips, so that your garden just keeps on growing. This has been your